Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Untitled Chapter viewers. In this video, I'm going to be going over a report that TrendForce is predicting improved Face ID and a better screen-to-body ratio for the iPhone, and says Samsung will struggle in the year of 2018. So these are all, of course, rumors, but I want to kind of explain a few things that a lot of people in the comments don't understand, and they are taking this too literally. So I'm going to scroll down here just a bit. This story is also on Mac Rumors here, but regardless, let's go over here. So technology analyst TrendForce estimated that the total smartphone production for 2017 was up 6.5% on the previous year, and it predicts that the growth will be slightly slower in 2018 as component costs continue to rise. It thinks that iPhone sales will increase significantly this year, and Samsung smartphones will fall. And I actually think that that is probably going to happen as well, just based on the way that Apple is innovating, so to speak, with their phones versus Samsung, who's, in my opinion, the design of the Samsung phones is very dry and not appealing to me. It says Samsung will remain the top for smartphone production in 2018, but will witness a 3% drop in production volume because of great challenges and fierce competition brought by its rivals, blah, blah, blah. Samsung cannot compete with Face ID. Let's just get that out of the way. First of all, they cannot compete right now. In 2 years, they will probably be caught up. But for right now, Apple's got the lead on Face ID and facial unlock systems. So that means, I mean, Face ID is a big deal for a lot of people. It's the way of the future for unlocking phones, and Samsung needs to get on Apple's level with that. And again, some analysts think that Apple is actually 2 years ahead, and if Apple, continues to innovate, they can stay 2 years ahead. They probably won't. For now, they are. TrendForce makes some rather general and safe predictions about this year's iPhone models. This year meaning 2018. New iPhones in 2018 will continue to improve Face ID technology, screen-to-body ratio, etc. Moreover, the company plans to increase the memory content and embed AMOLED display in 2 of its models. In order to meet the demand of different ranges of the market, Apple will launch a second generation of the iPhone SE, which targets at the mid-range segment. So the first thing here, obviously, Face ID is going to improve. Of course it is. Everyone knows that. Screen-to-body ratio. Now here's what had people in the comments here. Let's see if they'll load up. They might not. All right, screw that. Looks like my ad blockers are blocking the comments here, but regardless, a lot of people in the comments are like, how in the heck is Apple going to get the screen-to-body ratio better than the iPhone 10? Why would they change that this year after they just changed it last year? And the answer is they're not. That's not what this means. They're not improving screen-to-body ratio on the iPhone 10. This means the iPhone 8, I guess you would say, iPhone 9, whatever they're going to call it, that one is going to have a better screen-to-body ratio. They're going to probably put the notch and bezel-less, so to speak, display from the iPhone 10 onto lower-end models. Possibly, yes, the iPhone SE. Tons of you guys liked my iPhone SE rumor video that I made a couple weeks ago. That video has tons of hits and a lot of likes and a lot of comments of you guys saying, hey, we like the iPhone SE. And I get it. A lot of people like the smaller form factor. But this year, you might actually get a full screen iPhone SE. Now, as those rumors develop, as they come to light for all of us reporters, I'm going to be probably one of the first to report on YouTube for that. So hit subscribe, hit the like button if you want to see more of that. Also, lower end iPhones. We're talking the iPhone 9, basically the iPhone 8 variant will have possibly a better screen-to-body ratio. So Apple is trying to push the boundaries here and make their other phones more futuristic, not just the iPhone 10, which is incredibly expensive. So that's what that means. That does not mean they're going to change the iPhone 10. It means they're going to bring the other iPhones up to speed, like the iPhone 8, iPhone 9, whatever, the iPhone SE, etc. Increase the memory content. Well, I hope they do. And embed AMOLED display in 2 of its models. That would be the iPhone SE and the iPhone 9. Or it could be the iPhone 9 and 9 Plus, whatever they call it. We'll have to see about that. Now, let's assume that the iPhone SE, worst case scenario for the SE is it doesn't get AMOLED, it doesn't get a bezel-less display. It's still going to be a mid-range phone for people that just can't afford the other ones or don't want to spend that money. So that's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is the iPhone SE keeps its low price and gets an AMOLED screen and edge-to-edge display. I don't know how likely either of those are. Might be a mixture of the two, but we'll have to see. That's what TrendForce is pretty much saying here, I think. Now, there is also the plus-sized iPhone 10, which is technically, I think if you took the iPhone 10 Plus and analyzed the screen to body ratio. It's technically higher than the iPhone 10s just because it's a bigger screen with the same bezels. Not sure about that. I haven't done the math on it, but I'm sure someone in the comment section will. But yeah, so the iPhone 10 Plus is the other phone that I haven't even mentioned in this video besides now. And again, that one is rumored to be very popular. A lot of you guys say you want it. I definitely don't want it, at least right now. It's just way too big. The iPhone 10 is almost perfect. So, but that also is almost definitely coming this year. So we have a lot to look forward to here. TrendForce made a bunch of very vague and safe predictions, as you can see here, but I think a lot of them will probably come true in 2018. So I know I promised you guys a video today over this wallpaper and the cool iPhone 10 wallpapers, but unfortunately this came out and this is just more important to go over. I think it is a little bit more interesting. And one other thing, just a PSA, Apple will now replace your battery in your iPhone 6 or later, even if it passes a Genius Bar diagnostic test. So what does this mean? This means normally when you go in there, the fear was that you would bring your phone in and they would say, oh, your battery's fine, you're not getting this replacement. I'm sure they didn't listen to me, but they did exactly what I hoped they would do, which is if a paying customer comes in and wants to pay you money and replace their battery for $30, you do it. And it looks like that's what they're doing. Now, I don't know if you have water damage and stuff like that, if they're going to do it, but this is cool nonetheless. So you guys can just walk in, get your battery replaced, no questions asked. So that's super cool. I'll probably try to do this with my iPhone 6. Don't know if they'll do it because it does have water damage and it's jailbroken right now, but maybe I should vlog myself doing that. That would be a pretty interesting video. But speaking of vlogs, you guys did not, well, a couple of you guys did not like yesterday's video about Vitaly, which is weird because I've made videos like that in the past. I guess a lot of you guys are just new subscribers. You don't know how I roll, but I like to mix it up here on the channel. Not every day there's something to report on for iPhone news, especially yesterday. It was the 1st of January. Like, come on, everyone's closed. So just did a more fun video. It's actually got a lot of views, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And tomorrow's video might be about this wallpaper and this stuff, but we'll have to see about that. I've got some pretty cool videos coming up in the future with a couple different brands if everything lines up perfectly, so we will see about that. Hopefully I'll have some giveaways coming up in the future, but there's a lot to look forward to on this channel. I know I spoke pretty fast in this video, but I don't want to have it that long of a video. You guys don't want to sit through and watch a 20-minute video, so that's all I got. If you liked it, thumbs up, subscribe, peace.